Hello everyone, it's Sabo, and today we will be continuing with the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we met Harlock Shrines, and now we will continue investigating the murder. I'll talk to this man. Okay, let's talk to the sailor. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. And yet, he's then discovered to the next port. It's up to Hong Kong police to decide what to do with you. You stay. Alright. There's no point trying to appeal to his barbaric nature, that's for sure. Look at this shelf. There is a fallen over on the shelf. Look, they all toppled over the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? But it's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked. Everything going down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. No, perhaps. No, it was you now, the sun, in a fit of rage, and she still doesn't trust me. I would have bothered to leave in the wardrobe just to ask a few books of the statue. But the ball, interesting. Probably. I am assuming so. Okay. Everything's tidied up again. Oh, look, another guard. Wasn't there before. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk to the man. I have a feeling it's a familiar face. It is. Yeah, he's a familiar face, I feel. Yep, I knew it. It's our boy. It's our boy. Osanaga, that's our boy. Oh, again. Why did he join us? When did he join us? Did he stopped? I hope. He says DC to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. Okay. If there's anything I can do to help, please ask. Never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out with this hopeless situation. Okay, let's converse with him. Let's talk to him. Let's see what we can get out of him. Special orders. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why even dressed as a member of this crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Oh. It was the Minister of Justice, Jijoku, who put... Okay. He entrusted me with ensuring that Osogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that have been a possibility? I'm not sure, but these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Jijikoku, which said we should be prepared for all eventualities. Okay? This is incredible. Okay, interesting. Obviously, we couldn't give Osogi-san a visible security escort. This is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board for 4 days a night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here in the first class deck. I failed miserably on my assignment, and Osogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I could do is humbly apologize, Inspector. If there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. Now let's ask for permission. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. Well, you've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move even the touch of the handle of the cabin door, the storm-looking seaman over there will surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I want just to stay away now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with? Okay. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to, but I don't see how. Okay. Think of how you portrayed me, that your innocence. Yeah, that presented me a piece of evidence that you already had in possession of. I know evidence we need. Yeah, the diary entrance. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to present some evidence. Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if we can present. Okay. Let's present him with the diary entrance. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma wrote something about Bob Strange's diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from this ventilator grill. Speckled band, that is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he means by that. Okay. Don't tell me, the ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. The weather clearly joins us to the next door cabin. That's fine. If you could investigate that, you might be able to work out what the speckled band was. I can't leave the cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove these handcuffs though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. and I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, if I were to keep my son safe, this is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, now, Hoda-san. Select move and we can leave. Okay. Okay. Good. We're in the passageway now. Phew, I'm finally out that cabin. I have to admit, this is quite what I was expecting. Less spacious out here than I thought it would be. This is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. Enough crewmate. And he looks enormous even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. No, Hoda-san. You look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. You've been at sea for 2 weeks. Oh yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk. Oh. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside a little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. This is it. This is the cabin next door to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator failed. Okay. Who's the big man's doctor? Oh, excuse me. You need to get inside this cabin here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna talk to this man. Yeah, he's not gonna let us pass. What's this, however? A trap for catching mice. Yes, there are plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see here. Yes, I think that's why it's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. You can't easily know how to find the trap will snap on your fingers. Really? But, I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to, were you? We'll have had to eat for the last couple of days with Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been inside that wardrobe. And this is our room. Yes. Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. Cabins are the finest in the ship. Iron cabin is steerage number 539, by the way. 500 and how many cabins are there? Okay. What do you think this is? A very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm, it says. Press only in times of emergency. Okay. No, this I have to see. What are you doing, Elder-san? You mustn't touch it. There's an urgent situation. Look at these handcuffs. If you were to bring the vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included. Yeah, very cool. We need to make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Okay. That's the huge grip on top of the table there. There's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Can I have a little look at it through it? The writing's only emphasizes everything about the voyage has been detailed meticulously. Okay, You would expect a rough and steady sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. I had a sailor, and nothing. No reaction at all. I thought you might appreciate the compliment. I never thought that rough and ready is much of a compliment. I would have said even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log was mostly blank. Presumably that means there's nothing to report. This is the boat map, I'm assuming? Yep. British deck, it looks like. The buoy is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What marvel of engineering. I've been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple now, design. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago, the islands of Japan. Yes, they're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than the ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happy in the sea ever since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Okay. Let's talk to the big man. Forgive me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady maid. We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, this episode. I'm not a sailor. My mother gave me a name. Okay, I'm calling you Biff. Why, Biff? Let's talk to him. Mr. Biff, about the first-class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Buria's steamship for very important persons. All sorts of very important persons. Government official, kings and queens travelling in secret, and many important persons. But somehow that stupid stowaway inside. I pick you up and throw you in the ocean. But Biff is not an animal. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, there's a cabin next to Asogi-san currently occupied? Ah, sort of son. Did you understand that? It sounded like, it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Huh. Genius. It's just not permitted to visit. Okay. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. It's tantalizing. Okay, let's talk about the passenger. Could you tell us who's travelling in the cabin next door? His name is Mr. Goody Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman. Don't think about it, has nothing to do with the murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Voice is an authentic Western gentleman. Such a man have no interest in lonely student from far away East Island. Wow, that's harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Royler came aboard? That is not your business. Can you think of it? Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since the gentleman's occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That's not your business. Okay? There, all times, so criminals like you can't come in or out. I wonder if you could tell us anything at all. It's sad, student boy. Anything unusual? Hi. So do you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything wrong in any way? I said no. Sorry. I could have sworn that he would have catched my eyes for a moment. Okay. This is enough. I gotta say more now. Alright, it's time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead second class area staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Okay, investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Time to go into that room. This is the cabin, yep. Time to go in. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma summer. Heard that. Few saw speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help us solve the particular mystery, let's ask. No. Oops, I dropped my phone. No answer. Interesting. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in here to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! That's a loud scream. What was that? Came from inside the cabin, such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sholmes, yes. It shall be shot. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off the hinges. Please, let's wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how to do it? Can I dispatch the muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Okay, we are now in the next room. Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man is questioning to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody with me in this cabin. True. This woman does appear to be the only one in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you. Now. Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Royler, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? The one and only, the actual Sherlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? No. Ooh. And the great detective among detectives, the one who adorned the covers of popular magazines, no less. I assure you may trust me completely. The man uses them, as I see, like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't be to be a lady concealing herself in the wardrobe this time. So it might be bold to ask if you open a small travelling case. What? Don't be stupid. How can anyone fit a trunk so small like that? Well, it's just quite fashionable these days, is it not? Travelling inside of one's trunk? Don't look at me. Oh, the trunk is moving. Oh my, did you see that? Mr. Nahodo? Yes, it just moved. Leave, now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbour. Just to give you toilet. There's no doubt about it. The change rusher man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can get some clues before this soldier. Okay, let's try to open this case. What do you think you're doing? Ah, it's my cabin. Get out. Did we just have a quick look inside your travelling case perhaps? No. Ah, what a pity. I think we're pretty out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Euler. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Sholmes. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You don't need to just get Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Well, I was resting, of course. Resting? Yes, indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confound of the wardrobe. I was waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great detective powers into service. Oh, and it seemed the hours upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? No actually. You're spot on, for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Royle, is clearly hiding something. And do you know what the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. It should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusive for the Russians. Why? Can you imagine how the Russian will react properly when the secret he guards so close to his throat? Would you like to witness it? Okay, let's see what he's going to do. I'm about to provide my great detective, greatly admired, introduction to case. Oh god. Okay. Is the fellow dubious of the account of his Russianness or the Russian account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. That's why, Mr. Sholmes. I know. Yeah. Capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases and judgments. Shh. I'm as a complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. It could be no explanation to accommodate these facts. Mr. Royler, I have reached you controversial conclusions. Wait, what do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. And the shears you're about to end the existence of something you hold most dear. Conclusion number two, you are, at this moment no less, in the midst of committing the most grievous crime. Does it not? And I heard a sound I never imagined of it as one of Mr. Sherlock's own great deductions. That was a great deduction. It was pretty obvious. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he deduced all there is to know about a person. Well, yes, I've heard all about the countless times of the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. Just a fanboy. It's like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it. Huh? All the colours drained from Mr. Roylet's face. Looks like somehow both Sherlock's own conclusion were right. Interesting. How could you? How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Oh, very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how I arrived at these pair of conclusions. Do I cordially invite you to simply let's work through my deductions together. Okay. Let's hear it. The great deduction. Okay, interesting. Topic 1. Old man's identity. The genius was looking at Mr. Roylet. Okay. Is in. Okay. Interesting. Bookkeepers will watch your paper. Yeah. Yes, of course. I'm moving on. Okay. This is a really interesting and cinematic way to explain things. Interesting. You should need a further clarification for the evidence that reveals your true nature. Very interesting. He does look like him, yeah. He does have a very big beard, and he has the same hat. And the glasses. The difference is the mustache, though, and the face length. Very interesting. A revolutionary on the run. Okay, that's an interesting conclusion. And on topic 2, wrongdoing. Okay. Now, it's almost like a conclusion. You are at the very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. Okay. Oh yes. Yes, we need to see what's inside of the case. Okay, let's figure out what's inside of the case. I think it's an animal. I think it's a pet because one of the rules is no pets. I think that's gonna come back now. I'm gonna see. Yes. And now we have a piece of paper. Yep. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. He's kidnapped her. Is that what's the conclusion? Interesting. Pavlova, okay. Very interesting. I got the wrong crime. I got the wrong conclusion, yep. But you know what? That's why we need Sherlock Holmes in our crew. So Sato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, stories are full of showing brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. It seems so over the top. Excuse me, Mr. Jones, could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deduction. Do you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, it started as a newspaper article. I think we've had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. They had to have a different moustache. Ah yes, I recall a discussion earlier. And at the time I believe I told you that the man's revolutionary was able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Shan, this story does look more like the man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not at first glance, if this is more clearly. It'd be like a 25-year-old child to say that case. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is 5 years old child, is she? You really don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I did not know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of will be poking out the case. Interesting. The truth of men consuming vinegar they owe wine. Ah, oh dear. You might be thinking of the contortionists in circus, Mr. Shrines. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Just then I heard of something occurred to me about Mr. Shrines' abduction just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter most certainly. It's just that where he directs his attention and logic seems a little off. The idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mr. Sato. Just one or two key words his instructions seem to let him down. So I was wondering if he might be tactfully switch them around. Switch them for alternatives, what do you think? Okay, switch some of the key words in the deduction, okay. Interesting, yes. Very tactfully. This feels like a Danganronpa thing. Precisely the thought I was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. I wonder if anyone could suffer me. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? They're gone. Ah, what? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did you? I felt they may have hindered your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. This shows you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrist when we are finished. I'm not worried, in fact, I'm rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Does the high-up show his power to present? His logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. Course correction. Pardon, Mr. Sholmes. Let's figure this out. Okay. So, yes. Yes. Okay. No, that's where I was wrong. No, that's not right. No. The answer is wrong. Yeah. Yes. Exactly, yeah. Okay. Take a look. Oh, maybe that long hair. Yeah. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color's not the point. The point is, what is it doing with the back of Mr. Roller's head? How's it going from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. It's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. It's a very thick hat, isn't it? Ah, that's secret. That's a secret, Mr. Ahad. What do you mean? What secret? Well, before we left Japan, I took some time to study various foreign countries. Not just allowed of imaginary cold. And a thick hair is a secret to keeping warm. Without one, every day your brain would freeze. Okay. Interesting. I think we want to present the hair.
Yes!
You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden lock she sport, yes. Indeed. You have identified the precise details intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly doesn't befit an old man. That's not toilet. You're not a man at all, you're a woman. And does it for the length and sheen of your hair? One very much so in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question begs this is, why would you desire to get rid of yourself with these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. You have clear evidence to shed your light on the matter. These are further clarification. The evidence that will reveal true identity is to... No, it's not. You got the articles wrong. Wow, that was a shock. Yeah, so he got the article wrong on Saturday. You enjoyed this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in the element as you dance around the room. Did you see the fact of Mr. Sharms? It does seem like we're having a lot of fun. Which is good. Yes, I understand, say no more. Anyways, let's focus on this next part with Mr. Sharms' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts now. No, that's not true. That's true, given Mr. Royle is actually a woman. Exactly, he's, or rather she, can't possibly be that versus revolutionary. Although the deduction as a whole has been taken in a different direction now. Yes, let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts that we now understand. For some reason, Tim needs tried to hide her true identity. Yeah, we have heard about her. Yes. Yeah. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant? No, Hudson? Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But look at this picture. We have this about a beautiful young Russian princess. You might think. She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you might like articles like this. I don't know. I can't make sense of it. I'm glad you've noticed this article. Okay. He pops up everywhere, Mr. Shones. About the disappearance of a young lady last night. The known prima ballerina of the name of the Novovich Ballet disappears in Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, talented young Nikolina Pavlova. No Russian names are hard to remember. There appeared a woman in the costume and she was found missing from her dressing room. She was wearing the diamond tiara you see in the picture, which is worth 20,000 rubles. How much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. The Deserter's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the Novovich Ballet, which is seen with directors beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. This company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and a diamond. Okay. Could this be another case of Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Nahoda. Okay. There we go. The evidence that reveals a true identity is, of course, the article about ballerina. That's right, you hit it down the head. There were no proof. Yeah. It appeared that we are finally able to address you by your true name. Because your true identity is that of Miss Novovich's. Oh, yes, Miss Pavlova. Pavlova. Not Mr. Voylet. Takes off the moustache and the hat and the glasses. Okay, interesting. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. There we go. You have the identity now solved. And out of wrongdoings. It's not kidnapping. Now, as for my second conclusion, you were at this very moment on the brink of committing a very serious crime. And the proof of this crime over there. I just been told over. They can own around if people have a propensity to let that eye stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and more honestly than the mouth. The suitcase, the answer is C closed there, the affirmative glass fails. The suitcase, the proof of your apprentice before our very eyes, yes. A travelling case, yes. The woman's ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes, so it's not kidnapping. Yeah. Well, that's right. It seems that she wasn't abducted at all. Which in that case, what is the crime this young woman was apparently committing? I can see where I'm going to have to step in and fix a escape mistake. You seem pleased. Do you like the idea of a chance to dance around with Mr. Sherlock's, Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyways, there must be something else here. That shows what that woman was up to. It's a very small case, isn't it? You can see instantly that no person can possibly fit in there. So does that tell us that Miss Pavlova's turning glance in this direction was focused on something else? If that's true though, that does make sense. What do you mean? Well, If there's nothing incriminating inside this case, why did she refuse to let us look inside? Yes, I wonder why. Perhaps she has a perfectly harmless reason though. Oh, it's the tiara. Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, you think? Oh no, Oda-san, try it on. What? Me? This is unusual. Would you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. How does this tiara look familiar? Yeah, we got... Yeah. Time to present it.
Yes!
These requirements surely this tiara. Ah. I believe this tiara was worn on stage by dancers at the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed. It was appeared to be identical to tiara pictured here, the newspaper article. And if the raw tickets to be believed, it's an item worth, yeah. Perjury committed his theft. Oh no. Yes, left your ballet toupee. Unlawfully, yeah. You have defeated her. Oh. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how dare I say, the NL or Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away with herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Oh, I'll tell you everything. Nice. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? What's in the suitcase? The reason to conclude, therefore, is that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so? Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. That has engaged my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case even before I lay eyes on them. Dear me, you're not well suited for a life of crime, are we? You careless fool, though betrays you once again, we only need to follow your further glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refused to open your case is all the books on the shelf. No, it's not. To completely change this deduction again, this is showing the Daphne's logic to changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? Just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason this young woman doesn't want to open a case would have been written in the book that the evil of her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Barbara certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open a case. And that must be somewhere in the same area. If that's where her gaze and vouching withdraw. I agree, that's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be signaled by her gaze, yeah. I know what it is. It's this.
Yes!
She has a pet in there, I know it. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your case is to the water passage. Passengers must not keep any weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. It's heard a case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. Is that the real reason you refuse to open it, thus revealing its content? Aye. As you've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. If sees but one possibility with Pavlova inside the travelling case. is a pet. Nice. They've defeated her. My stuff. So clearly, you weren't the one you're not the one who you said you were. No, I'm not going to leave Violet. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape to your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The boat is a huge steamship with a fast crew, which you really have snuck on board without being noticed. In order to obscure your true identity, Zerot vacancy took the guise of an old gentleman. He intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. And yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave it well alone. So, if that was just you, okay, who was that who let out the scream you heard from inside the cabin? The veritable tingling of a bell? Why none other than the young lady? Why the full set of pipes, you may ask me? I was so scared when I ran away into Shanghai. I was sure they'll come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how could you say, disguise myself so no one could recognize me. As a result, you transform yourself into that passion-powered man. I see. I put on my fur hat and a red beard. Yeah. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fast as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and then, at a precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside the travelling case? You were right. There's my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole thing, in the whole world. He's a tiny one. Yeah, be right. The secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us as much detail as you can muster about the events last night. There's certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us that she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. I'll be back in shackles. Your hands are cuffed again. When and why? Okay, so we're gonna have to go back. It's still a shadow of guilt casts over you, Miss Nahoda. So, okay, so we're gonna end it here for today, and next time we will be interrogating Miss Pavlova to find out what's been happening.